So we have everything we need, and we hear that in relation to the bass note. Okay, or we can add the 11th to that. You know, and that has kind of a dissonant sound. Yeah, I don't really like a major 11 chord because the sound of the major third and the 11 together creates some dissonance. So what I like is 9s and 13s with major chord. Let's see. So we can also do major 7, major third, and 13. Okay. Major 7, 3, 13, and 9. Okay, that's pretty nice. That gives a kind of a fourthy sound. Etc. Okay. Any question about that? All right. So we call these in jazz circles, we call these shell voicings. Okay, because they're built on, just this shell, this basic shell that you use to add colors. All right, I like to think of extensions and altered tones as colors. Okay, so how about a minor chord? All right, well, so we had this for the major 3 and major 7, right? B and E. Okay. Now to change that, we just move both of those down a half step, right? Because to get a minor chord, we lower the third and lower the 7th, right? And that's enough to give us a minor sound, okay? And then on top of that, we can add 11. We can add 11 and 9. Okay, that's pretty nice. I like that one. Yeah. Or this one is kind of a stretch. Let's see. 13 and 9. Ooh, that's haunting. Okay. So this is how we build these lean jazz chords, as we like to call them. Okay. We can serve the notes. All right. We don't need to play 1. We don't need to play 5. Okay. Just a third, a 7th, and an extension. All right. When we get into like jazz dominant harmony, it gets a little bit more complex because we have so many altered tones that we can deal with. Such as the sharp 9, the flat 9, the flat 5, the sharp 5, sharp 9, sharp 5. Flat 9, flat 5, sharp 9, flat 5, flat 9, sharp 5. Okay, so dominant jazz harmony is really, I think, what gives jazz its real distinctive harmonic flavor or color. Okay. It's very interesting, but it might be a little complex for today's lecture. When you're just first introduced to a topic, you need time to go and practice it and get it into your head and into your ear. Okay, but it's a simple process. Okay. it just comes from thinking about, you don't even have to think about the names of the notes, okay? You don't have to think, well, this is C, E, G, B flat, or C, E, G, B, or C, E flat, G, B flat. You know, you can just think about the scale with respect to scale degree, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? And I think that's a really great first step, okay? Because generally the way we learn is we first learn these just patterns and grips without ever thinking about the scale degree or the name of the note, okay? And you can progress to a certain level, and it can be very effective in that way, but you know, you can only get so far with that approach, right? So yeah, you know, when I was a student, I learned all of these grips, but you know, if it's very limited with respect to creativity, okay? I like the way I'm thinking about harmony on the guitar now, because I have more choices, okay? You know, it can be very limiting, you know, if you just know, well, I can play C major here, or C major here, or C major here, right? But, you know, I can also play C major here, or C major here, or down here. Well, maybe I can. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, or C over an E. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, once you start thinking about the notes and the scale degree, it really can free you to do some really creative things on the guitar. You know, we call it a 9 because it's an octave above the root, but it's the same note as the 2, right? So if you take the same scale, right, you know, you can count it this way: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, okay, or 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, okay, there's your 13, 13, 14, back to 1, you know. So, yeah, 2 and a 9, it's the same note, but we're thinking about it in relationship to the root, you know. So if the root's down here, you know, here's your 2, but up an octave, a 9th, yeah. Okay. Yeah, good question. Any other questions? One of the things that's really interesting about music is basically there's some complex concepts in music theory, but for the most part, it's very simple, okay? Especially music that is easy for anyone to listen to, okay? That sounds nice, is built on very simple structures, okay? But the catch is that it must have unlimited variation, right? So it's very simple, but it has unlimited variation, okay? Right? We have only 12 tones, right? There's only 12 of them, and yet, yeah, that gives us an unlimited amount of variations for harmony, improvisation, and composition, okay? Cool. So, any more questions about harmony? Okay, that's the very, basic theory of harmony, right? If you're interested in that, I've put these websites down here. This is a good one called jazzguitar.be. It has all of these modes. It has some basic sort of introductions to jazz harmony, jazz theory. It's a very nice website. This one called allguitarchords.com. You can just spend hours at this website checking out different voicings. The only problem with that is it usually only shows you one voicing per chord. Yeah. So if you type in C, right, it'll show you this. Okay, but it won't show you this. It won't show you this. Okay, but it's a useful guide. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. All right, that's enough about harmony. Okay, I don't want to get into the thick of it with harmony. All right, we can really get out there with that stuff. So I want to talk about rhythm practice. Okay, and in the ad for this clinic, I believe I wrote something like how to shred in any style. Okay, so this is, with young players, I hear this word a lot. Shredding, man. I want to shred. Okay, and that is very natural and very normal. Okay, every musician wants to be able to play fast. Okay, as fast as you can. It's very natural. Okay, and generally, the older, more experienced teachers, when the student comes and says, "Man, I want to play fast," okay, they usually just say, just relax, your time will come, right? It's like, no, I want to play fast. I want to play fast now. So what is shredding all about, really? Does anyone have any idea besides playing fast? Synchronization, okay, of the some coordination between the right and the left hand. Okay, that's good. Anything else? Timing. All right. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to talk about. Is the rhythm. Okay, I think more than anything, shredding has to deal with the rhythm. All right. Which, yeah, you do need some coordination, some synchronization with that. But yeah, it's mainly a rhythmic thing. Okay. So what the main thing that's helped me to get to, and I'm by no means like a rhythm master or anything. Okay, rhythm is like a lifetime challenge. Okay, that you have to deal with. But the thing that's gotten me feeling a lot more comfortable with the way I play rhythms is by thinking about my instrument as a drum. Okay, as a percussion instrument, because it is. It's a rhythm instrument. It's a percussion instrument. Okay, and it is kind of like a drum. Okay, and all instruments, at some point, if you want to get good at rhythm, you have to think about drums. Okay, you have to think about beats and what the drummer is doing. So I think the first step really is to listen to the drums. Okay, put on some tracks that you think are really shredding, and listen to what the drummer is doing. Okay, and try to imitate that. I have some exercises that can help you get started. on your way to shredding it up.